everybody, my name is Dima. I'm a small mammoth. Welcome to our stand, my dear respected guest. Don't pass by. I invite you to make an exciting trip to the world of nospheric technology, the technology thanks to which the mankind will be able to live in harmony with nature. My dear friend, you must be aware of the fact that man's interference in nature caused irreversible global processes. What will such unwise attitude to our planet lead to? Will everything in life perish as a result of global warming? Shall we suffer the same fate as that of the legendary Atlantida? Oh my God, how much cold only the recollection of this disaster can bring. Does a new glacial epoch await us? No, the mankind by no means will allow such a gloomy perspective. I'm sure in it, and there are some arguments to prove it. The world movement for steady development is gaining more and more strength from year to year. And I am going to tell you shortly about the contribution of Russian scientists to the introduction of new nospheric technologies. So listen. Let me present some nospheric settlements, which are meant to provide people with all the conveniences of a city and at the same time reduce the negative influence on the biosphere. The main principle of arranging this nospheric settlement resembles a zebra to me. I mean, it is also stripy. I'm joking. Each settlement consists of a strip of residential districts with everything necessary for life, a strip of agricultural land and a strip of natural landscapes. That is, preserved nature of the countryside. Such a structure allows to preserve and maintain the balance in nature. The main part of the nospheric settlement is a nospheric building itself. It is built according to the original Elevit technology, an architectural building system elaborated by a group of scientists under the guidance of Valerian Sobolev, an academician of the Russian Academy of Natural Sciences. You can see buildings erected from type design on this stand. But I must tell you that only the architect's imagination can restrict the shape and design of the buildings. The whole complex of innovative technologies is used in the building system Elevit, which provide the nospheric buildings with useful but yet rather rare qualities. It answers all main requirements approved by the Agenda Habitat. It spares resources, it produces little waste, it is ecological, power autonomous and fireproof. Electronic systems of an intelligent building type can easily be integrated into it. And that is not all. The building can protect its dwellers from any unfavorable climatic influence. A building produced according to the Elevit technology is able to endure earthquakes without being destroyed in seismic zones. An Elevit building can easily resist a seismic blow. It may bend, it may become deformed but not destroyed, like a ferroconcrete or brick building, in ruins of which people usually lose their lives. An Elevit building is extremely strongly constructed and wind-resistant. As it has a very smooth and streamlined form, it shows some resistance to the wind blow. Look how it behaves during a hurricane. The constructive system of a nospheric building works as a single whole, which allows to avoid any catastrophic destruction. You may be surprised, but during floods, a nospheric building can come to the surface of the water and float like a ship. The building stands on the surface and is connected with the foundation piers by means of a system of sliding and leading posts. The constructions of the buildings are light, and the displacement of the socle panels is enough to provide its flotation. The qualities allowing to call this house a noospheric one come from the conception of the architectural building system Elevit. It is based on using metal and wood, saturated with special fire-resisting liquid composition. Such a combination allows people to take advantage of the best qualities of each material. Metal wood beams are light, durable, and satisfy all these sanitary safety demands. Panels used for overhead covering and floor decks are assembled being based on metal wood constructions. An effective heater is put inside the panels, which provides minimum power loss and soundproofing. Just look how fast and simply a noospheric building is being assembled. All the elements of a train are interconnected with the help of brackets by means of bolted connection. It ensures its special durability and flexibility. And besides, it envisages the possibility of disassembling and transporting it to another place in the shortest possible time. The architectural building system Elevit gives an opportunity to solve many other regional engineering problems. There are no the so-called bridges of cold at all, because outer panels filled with heaters have a special capacity to accumulate heat. The main idea of the life of a noospheric settlement lies in its corresponding to the homobiotic turnover. This term was formulated by Valery Shapiro, an academician of the Russian Academy of Natural Sciences. In his works, he writes that the homobiotic turnover means processing and assimilating biogenic substances, energy, and specific information guided by Homo sapiens, man. Its aim is to balance and mutually enrich the mechanism of the interaction of man and nature. A man takes everything necessary from nature without reducing its natural resources. Doing it, he uses technologies envisaging reducing material capacity, energy capacity, creating an exclusive circle of water consumption, waste utilization by biological methods, and so on and so forth. Providing the settlement with clean water is an important factor too. The water purification system called Svarog is used in the described settlement. This system was investigated by a group of scientists under the leadership of Andrew Lanov. With the help of Svarog, water is purified by ultrasound and ultraviolet. Due to its integrated influence, Svarog is highly productive and effective. The system of not destroying agriculture is closely connected with the homobiotic turnover. I can give an example of such a system. Look how cautiously a bridge walking machine is cultivating the soil. It isn't destroying the natural structure of it, because it isn't creating high specific pressure on the ground, and it isn't trampling down or destroying its microorganisms living in the soil. You know, the topsoil, destroyed by a wheel or a track of traditional agricultural machinery, doesn't skin over during many years. Bridge agriculture is one of the most advanced technological ways of growing plants. I must tell you, my dear friend, we are too carried away by the newest ways of growing plants with the help of chemicals. We must turn to nature more often. Nature doesn't have useless waste, and all food and digestion chains are closed. Using different technologies of processing wastes, which are based on natural mechanisms, we can get highly fertile black earth, which is adapted to a certain country place. The plants grown on these soils are ecologically clean, healthy, and grow much faster. Walking machines can effectively cultivate any field of any shape or natural relief, very carefully without destroying it. To crown it all, following the principles of homobiotic turnover, the mankind can restore the harmony of nature and consequently solve lots of problems. And now it's high time to speak about the principles of energy supply of a noospheric settlement. The source of energy in the described noospheric settlement is the sun. I think you know that the energy of the sun is sufficient to cover all the needs of the humanity. Moreover, the sun technologies are athermal, that is, they don't pollute nature by redundant heat, which takes place when hydrocarbon fuel, coal, wood are burned, or which takes place when atomic energy is produced. But nobody has ever been able to create an effective in exploitation and economically profitable geostation. Meanwhile, our Mother Nature has invented a very effective method of transforming the low potential energy into the mechanical one. I mean the notorious tornadoes and waterspouts. Turning heat into mechanical energy takes place at considerably slight overfalls of the temperature and atmospheric pressure. But the result is amazing. It is just this principle of turning heat into mechanical energy which Russian scientists use in the energy complex of a noospheric settlement. Turning heat into electricity takes place in a plant where an artificial whirlwind is created, which rotates the turbine with an electric generator. An energy complex of a single noospheric settlement, blocks of flats of 32 houses, consists of an energy tower containing a whirlwind cell with some additional element with the water heated by the sun and cooled to the temperature of the surrounding air, a turbine with an electric generator, a pond accumulating the heat of the sun for further using on nasty or cold days, a jello field containing receivers of the sun radiation for heating water. All the enumerated units of the energy complex are connected by heat-insulated pipelines through which water and consequently heat circulate. In cold periods of the year, the pond accumulator is covered with isolating blocks to keep heat. A similar jelly or air barometric station is being built in Russia on Lake Elton now. You can continue getting acquainted with the laboratory researches of Russian scientists represented on the stand. I hope you will get interested in the information about small monitors and also in the models of noospheric buildings and settlements. I am sure that the practical application of noospheric technologies will become ordinary and habitual soon. The humanity will learn to live in harmony with nature, and we will preserve our unique planet, the Earth, for future generations. A planet of really wise people.